Hello once again. It's your boy Kotserva here speaking, and it's time for me to do a little bit of a reaction of the Crunchyroll Anime Awards that has concluded last night as of me recording this video. Um, Crunchyroll Anime Awards just concluded officially last night, yesterday in Tokyo. The results are in. I saw a little bit of the live video itself of the stuff, but I didn't get to see like who actually won. But we have the whole category here, as you can see. So without further ado, I'm gonna go through everything in this category from the least to the big one anime of the year, and just give my thoughts and feelings out of the way of who won. First and foremost, categories I'm going to actually exclude from my reactions are the best voice artist performance from other stuff outside of English and Japanese, because I can definitely recall I didn't remember voting for any of these voice actors, unfortunately. So I'm sorry for anyone that's expecting me to get a reaction of someone who is Arabic, French, Hindi, Spanish, etc. So first off, we'll go to who won the best voice artist performance in English, and that is Alex Lee for Soul Leveling. Wow. Okay. Um. Yeah, this one I wasn't surprised was gonna win it. Again, I thought it was either gonna be AJ Beckles for Okarun or even Sarah Nochin for the Island anime. But hey, if anything, really good job for Alex to actually kill it with the English voice acting. All right, but now we get into the to what I want to see: best voice artist performance in Japanese. Let's go! Yes, my girl Mao Mao fucking won. Yes, I remember voting for her in this category, and I 100% knew she was gonna win it because her voice is so commanding in the anime, and it just really shows why Pop Stars is a must-watch show. All right, that one was really good. Okay, but now from here we're gonna go to like running all this stuff. So now best ending sequence. Requests by Soul Leveling, huh? Um yeah, that's to be expected. I was surprised this was gonna win considering how big and hyped Soul Leveling season one was at the time. Let's see. Best opening sequence, Otonoke. By Don Don. Yep. I knew once again, I knew this was gonna win. It really was gonna be a close one between really Fado Otonoke or even from One Piece or even Level from Soul Leveling. But yeah, I'm glad this won the category because this was like an obvious freaking choice, considering that this was like without a doubt the best and most unique opening I've seen from any other anime that came out last year. All right, best score, Solo Leveling. Wow, that is crazy. Solo Leveling is just sweeping it. I'm actually surprised. I thought this would have gone to Look Back, considering that I've heard a lot of the hype and praise surrounding this movie, but I even was surprised it didn't go to Free Rent. But wow, Soul Leveling is freaking taking all the categories so far from what I'm seeing, at least the small categories. All right, best anime song, Otsanoke. Yep, once again, glad this freaking won. Not surprising. Must protect at all cost characters. Let's see who won this. Wow, what? Okay. I mean, not surprising. Anya will win this. I mean, Anya is basically a fan favorite in the category here. If I remember correctly, I did vote for Yuki Itose from The Sound of Affection. If you watch this anime and you know what this is about, it's about a girl who essentially was deaf and is going through like a slice of life anime type of stuff. I voted for her though because I was like, I know she's not gonna win, but it what if, right? So I'm glad that Arya more or less took the category on this, I suppose. Let's see, best supporting character. Let's see who got this one. That is Fern. Let's go. Yep. I This one was a tough one to be honest with you for the category because it could have gone to anybody here. Let's be real, but I definitely went for Fern because obviously Fern was just the big standout in Freeman. Yes, I could have picked Jinshi because I love Mao Mao, but I definitely remember picking Fern in this supporting category. So glad she won this one. Um, let's see. Best main character. Wow, Song Ji Woo for best main character wins it. Um, yeah, I mean, once again, not surprising this was gonna win. I think I even stated in my previous "Who I'm planning to vote for" video it was pretty much a close one between Sung Ji Woo, Free Red, even Kafka would have potentially won this category. But for my pick, I really went for Mao Mao. But you know what? It is what it is. She didn't win main category, but at least the voice actress who voices Mao Mao fucking won. So I'm happy with that. At least as we're going into the categories. All right, best slice of life. Okay, this one I remember who I voted for. Let's see what who won. Wow. Okay, I'm okay. 100% deserved. Maki Ine. This was a fan favorite of mine. This is easily one of those underrated slice of life animes come out of last year. Between this and Dangerous My Heart season two, these two were definitely in the running for me for like winning this category. I picked Dangerous My Heart season two because this was my anime of the year last year, and I think this is like one of the best slice of life animes I've seen come out in a while. But Maki Ine definitely deserves it because this show is super, super underrated for anyone that wants to watch something new and unique for slice of life. If you haven't watched Maki Ine, I highly recommend watching this show right now because it's such a great, beautiful, and overall really stunning show that is unrecognized. All right, next best drama. We got Freeman. Okay, yeah, this one once again, I felt like it was going to get overshadowed by a lot of the big contenders between Three Rin and Oshinoko season two. I'm. It's kind of sad though that Dead Demons wasn't going to win this category, but again, I was hoping maybe this would get the recognition it deserved. But Freeman winning this was not surprising, given that it was super big and popular for its drama. I would have also minded if Pluto got it, considering that this is another underrated anime that came out last year that's super great, super amazing. But it is what it is. Alright, best isekai anime. I think if ReZero doesn't win this, I don't know. Alright, ooh, let's go. ReZero season 3. I'm so happy it won. Okay, yeah, like I said, this is one that I voted from. Out of all the isekais that's out there, it was really between Mushoku Tensei, ReZero, and to an extent Konosuba Season 3. Um, again, Suicide Squad Isekai wasn't good. Slime Season 3 was disappointing. Shangri-La, I heard was good, but I cannot get my full thoughts on it. But again, I love that ReZero Season 3 really killed it and won this category because I knew it was going to win it. Hands down. Alright, we only got 12 more categories left. Best Action. Soul Leveling. Okay. um. Yeah, this one is not surprising. It was really a close call, honestly, between Soul Leveling and Bleach. To, in my personal opinion, Dawn could have also took the category, but I'm just glad that at least Best Action didn't go to the new Demon Slayer anime. Because my God, this was just such a slog and it's so goddamn boring. It was only hype after the final two episodes, and that was it. So I'm at least happy that Demon Slayer did not win this category. So whatever, Soul Level can take the cake on this one too. Best comedy. Let's see. Wow. Okay, this is a shocking twist of fate. Masho wins this one. Okay, I didn't vote for this one 100%. I obviously went for the obvious Konosuba season 3 because I love the third season. But if anything, hey, congrats to Masho winning the best comedy. I'm actually surprised. I guess this is a show I seriously gotta get into. Yeah, if anyone wants me to react to a Masho or Masho season in general, let me know. I'll definitely try my best to try to get this under my radar to watching the show. But yeah, okay, I'll definitely check this out considering that it did want best comedy. But damn, my dear friend Uncle Tom, man, what a shame. If this one won, that would have been the craziest fucking thing ever. Though, just keep in mind, like an alternate universe, this would have took the category. You know what I mean? All right, best romance. Okay, let's see who this goes to. Whoa, Blue Box. Oh my God, what? Okay, well, like I said, this was a pretty close call. It really was between Blue Box, Maki Ine, and Dangerous My Heart season two. But okay, I'm not upset by this at all. I did watch like half of this Blue Box anime, but then I dropped it halfway through just because I don't know, something about it was throwing it off a little bit where I just didn't feel the need to continue it. But that's interesting. This one best romance. For my personal taste, I would have picked Dangerous in My Heart season two. This one was just my personal favorite once again. but it is what it is with that. All right, best background art going to free rent. Yep, this one, again, not surprising given how big and hype the show was. I chose Pluto for this because it was just an underrated show and an underdog that I was hoping would win, but it is what it is. At least Pluto did get some kind of recognition this year, and it's kind of unfortunate it only had two, I believe, two main categories that I got nominated for, which we saw earlier, and the best background art category. But hey, hats off to Freeman for winning it, I suppose. All right, best director is the director who made Freeman. Okay, that's to be expected. Once again, not surprising. I would have thought that this would have won honestly with the One Piece fan layer, and given how hyped this fan layer was that came out last year, despite the fact that it was only like one episode. But okay, this is definitely respectable to an extent. I'm surprised it didn't go to Don Don too, but again, I understand it. Best character design. All right, we're getting to the big hitters. Let's see who won this. Yep, let's go, Don Don Don. As I knew, Don Don was going to win Best Character Design, and I'm happy to report on that. It really could have gone to Free Run as well, could have gone to a Pop Story Diaries, or even Kaiju number 8, or even Dungeon Meshi. But yeah, this one rightfully deserving of the win. Alright, Best Animation. We are going to the top, almost there. What? What is this? What am I seeing? How did the Hashira train arc from last year won Best Animation? What? That are am I blind? Am I stupid? There are better anime shows to come out than Demon Slayer Hashira Train arc. I even fucking said in the big categories this should not win any awards at all. I'm sorry. There should be nothing winning in this at all. Best animation, this should have gone to Don Don, or Free Rent, or Soul Leveling, or even freaking Dungeon Meshi, or even Kaiju number fucking 8. Like, I would have gave it to any of these five. But you gave it to the Hashira Train arc, one of the lowest points of the Demon Slayer franchise. What? That makes no fucking sense. Wow. That we already hit a first fumble here. A major first fumble. This is absolutely terrible. What the fuck? Man, this is probably the worst win ever. How did this even win Best Animation? I would never know. Okay. Well, moving on to the main five here with Best Original Anime, Best New Series, Best Continuing Series, Film of the Year, and Anime of the Year. Alright, Best Original Anime. Let's see who wins this one. What? What? No. No shot. Um, am I stupid? Am I am I on the fucking pipe now? First we got Demon Slayer winning Best Animation, and now Ninja Kamui wins with Best Original Anime of last year? What the fuck? There are better animes out there, original, that were better than this show. This show was a fucking piece of shit, disappointing anime. This thing was terrible upon its release. Well, not upon its release. The first three episodes were actually fire, to be fair. But then the rest of the show kept getting worse and worse and worse, and it ended up being kind of like an AI CGI mess of a spot. This show was trash. It was terrible. This was up there as like the most disappointing anime to come out of last year with the infamous Uzumaki anime. What? This easily should have gone to Girls Bad Cry or Jellyfish Can't Swim. Hell, just anything. Anything outside of Ninja Kamui. That is fucking bullshit. That is fucking baloney. I'm gonna say that right now. That is fucking baloney. Wow. Absolutely wow. Okay. Best new series. Let's see. Okay, yeah. So Loveling would have won this again, to be expected. This one was a really close call. To be fair, I would prefer it gone to Don to Don because this was a phenomenal and special show. But So Lovely taking it makes sense. I would have minded if Dungeon Mesh even wanted to, but I think I voted for Don Don or Free Rent to be fair, or even the Pop Story Diaries in this category. But So Lovely referee deserving because of all the hype surrounding it. All right, best continuing series. Let's see who wins this one. Oh, what the fuck? What is this? What? This one best continuing series? What? No shot. This one best continuing series. You didn't give this to Oshinoko season 2. You didn't give it to Bleach. You didn't give it to the One Piece anime. Hell, I would have even said screw it. Give it to My Hero Academia season 7 because I heard season 7 was a fucking banger. Or even Spy Family season 2. You gave it to the Hashira training arc again? No shot. Again, this does not deserve any awards whatsoever. And this won best continuing series. What? Wow, what has gone on with the Anime Awards this year? Like, did we just drink some stupid potion? Did anyone not watch the same show that I watched when Hot Train Arc came out? It was so goddamn boring. Again, it was so boring throughout the 6 episodes, and it wasn't until we got to the last 2 episodes that it started getting hype. It started getting momentum to the next arc. Like, am I on the crack pipe right now? Am I stupid? Did I not watch the same anime that all everyone else does? All right. Well, I'm not gonna LARP on this any further. Whatever. Let's see who won Film of the Year. That is, yeah. Let's go. Look back. As I already stated when I initially voted for this, I figured this film was gonna win Film of the Year. This film, from what I've heard, is like one of the most unique, most standout films come out of last year. I sadly couldn't watch it though because it's not available in the Western states, at least for me, sadly. Yes, I'm aware that I did remember voting for Haikyuu to dumpster battle, but that was honestly the only movie I watched and Spy Family Code White. But really, at the end of the day, I think it was not surprising this was going to win Film of the Year, or even the Mononoke movie was going to potentially win it. All right, and now we go into the final major category: Who won Anime of the Year? And that is Soul Leveling. Wow, that's not surprising, but also pretty close. Once again, I've already stated it once, and I'll say it again. All 6 of these animes were pretty close contenders for Anime of the Year. For my pick, I think I chose Freerin for it to win because it was just it was pretty much the obvious choice. Once again, Soul Level would have been the obvious choice as well. But yeah, it was a pretty close contender for who was going to win Anime of the Year, honestly. And I'm happy with this pick. Honestly, I'm not surprised too, considering that if So Lovely won Anime of the Year, I think partly of the reasons because of how big and amazing season 2 has been that come out of this year. But yeah, I mean overall, these winnings are pretty interesting. Again, some of these categories here I somewhat agree with to an extent. The one I definitely 100% need to question though is for starters, the best new series. Oh, sorry, that's not what I was arguing about. Best continuing series. Like this is a huge fucking fumble. I'm sorry. Like you need to recount those fucking votes again because that this you gotta be trolling. You gotta be trolling on that. Best original anime. Once again, you're trolling. This is not the best original anime. This was absolutely terrible when it came out. Let's see, where is it? I think it was. Uh, yeah, no, I think that's it. It's really just mainly the best continuing series and the best original anime that I have so much qualms over. Like, what the hell? You guys completely fumbled the bag on this one big time for the votes. Like, what the fuck? Ugh, so whatever. I'm over it. Anyway, that's my reaction of every anime or show that has won in all the categories from the Crunchyroll Anime Awards of 2025. And yeah, just wanted to give my reaction of this, and I'll see y'all in the next one. See ya.